So we have bottled the tomatoes. As you can see, we have all these tomatoes here. We have bottled them. To do this is very easy to bottle these tomatoes. You have to boil the tomatoes with lots of garlic and onions and herbs and whatever you want to put in it. You put all the tomatoes in a big pan and then put the garlic and the onions and everything and let it boil very well, and then you blend it up, and then it becomes like this. And then you put it in the bottle, and then after you put it in the bottle, this is the most important part now, you put this in the bottle, close it tight, and put it in boiling hot water for about 40 minutes so that it can get a vacuum seal. And in that way, these tomatoes will last for a long time. It can go for more than a year or 2 years. This will remain in this bottle. So this is how we do the tomatoes. So we have preserved the tomato here. And we still have more tomatoes to can. So we will put the rest in bottles as well. We have picked some raspberries and blackberries up on the hills. Not raspberries, blackberries. And we made jam with them. You can see these are jam made from blackberries. And what we use to make them thick or to gel it, we put shea seed inside of this so that it becomes nice and thick like a jam. So these, we did not plant these, we just picked them up in the mountains. They grow wild in the mountains. There are a whole lot of these up in the mountains, so we just pick them and make jam with them. And this jam would last for a long time if we don't eat it out, but it will stay for a long time in this bottle without spoiling. The procedure is the same as you would do the tomato. Make sure you put it in hot boiling water for about half an hour to 40 minutes so that it can get a vacuum seal. We have a lot of these tomatoes. You can see lots of cherry tomatoes. We have a whole lot. We have been picking these. Hold this back there. You can see a whole lot of, I've already frozen those. So these will go there, and we will freeze these for when we're cooking tomato rice, making pasta sauce and so on. We use these tomatoes for that. Well, here we have made some bread. This bread is made with 1 kilo of whole wheat
This is
flour.
my bread. Look how soft it is.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah, this bread is made with 1 kilo of whole wheat flour, 2 cups of rye flour, and 2 cups of spelt flour. So the bread is very soft. Look at that. You can see how soft the bread is, considering it's like almost whole wheat with rye, because rye is a heavy flour as well, and spelt flour, and the bread is spongy. You can see it's spongy. So yeah, good bread. So we have been learning to do these things here, learning how to preserve these stuff. And by the way, this is a good way to can your tomatoes and keep them, and to grow your own food, because you know the Illuminati, they don't want you to do this type of stuff, because the Illuminati wants you to eat their tomatoes so you can die fast. But God has shown us how to can these tomatoes, how to grow them, and so that we can have a surplus of tomatoes. We have already given quite a few bottles away of these already. We have given to family some of these bottles already. Even some jam we have given away already, some of these jams, and even bread and lots of other things we have been giving away. But yeah, God provides as long as you follow the instructions of God. God will show you how to do these things, and so you don't have to eat the food from the Illuminatis, because the Illuminatis do not like you. You think that they like you, but the Illuminatis do not care about you. These are supposed to be cherry tomatoes as well, but they get big, as you can see. These tomatoes, they grow on their own. We never plant these tomatoes. These trees grow every year by themselves, and we, as I see them growing up, I then look after them. But they grow every year by themselves. We do not plant these, we do not buy the plants. We just throw it in the land and they just grow. Every year they grow. These, they grow every year. So we did not plant these tomatoes. They grow every year, and again they will grow again next year, so we will have again, and I will take out some plants from wherever I see them growing and plant them different places. So we thank the Lord for all that He has done and all that He is doing to help us to grow our own food and learning how to can these and make jams and everything the Lord has been showing us.